In early 2025, a seismic announcement from Manila sent shockwaves through the global energy market. Deep beneath the Philippine Sea, exploration teams confirmed a colossal crude oil reserve, one of the most significant finds in decades. For a nation long dependent on foreign energy, this was a game-changer. The new field, dubbed Luzon's Hope, could not only meet domestic needs for generations but also transform the Philippines into a major energy exporter. The timing was dramatic, arriving as the country faced economic and security challenges, instantly replacing anxiety with optimism. Luzon's Hope is more than oil. It's a catalyst for growth, national security, and a new era of Philippine prominence. The true brilliance of Luzon's Hope lies not just in the scale of its reserves, but in its remarkable location, a factor that sets it apart from so many other discoveries in the region. Nestled well within the Philippines' undisputed maritime territory, Luzon's Hope is far removed from the gray zones and legal ambiguities that have long plagued the South China Sea. This strategic positioning sidesteps the tangled web of international disputes that have made energy development in the region so fraught with risk and uncertainty. For Manila, this means clear, uncontested sovereignty over the resource, a rare advantage in a region where overlapping claims often stall progress and deter investment. Unlike contested areas, Luzon's Hope offers a uniquely stable environment for deep-sea drilling, free from the threat of sudden diplomatic flare-ups or operational disruptions. This stability is a magnet for long-term investment, allowing companies to plan decades ahead with confidence. The Philippine government, empowered by this clarity, can develop the resource entirely on its own terms. There's no need for fraught negotiations with rival claimants, no pressure to enter into revenue-sharing agreements that dilute national benefit, and no risk of international arbitration undermining the project. This level of autonomy is exceptionally rare in Southeast Asia, where most major energy finds are mired in complex multi-party disputes. For the Philippines, it means the ability to maximize the economic and social benefits of Luzon's Hope, channeling revenues directly into national development and local communities. The discovery thus provides not only a safe harbor for global investors, who value predictability above all, but also a powerful symbol of national sovereignty and self-determination. It signals to the world that the Philippines is open for business, on its own terms. With this unprecedented clarity, the Philippines can build its energy future on solid ground, ensuring that prosperity flows directly to its citizens, and that the nation's resources are harnessed for the benefit of all Filipinos, today and for generations to come. Luzon's Hope promises to revolutionize the Philippine economy. The field's reserves are projected to meet domestic demand for decades, insulating the country from global price shocks and turning it into a net exporter. Billions in new revenue could fund education, healthcare, infrastructure, and debt reduction. The project will create thousands of jobs, keeping skilled talent at home and reversing the brain drain. Affordable energy will lower business costs, boost competitiveness, and attract foreign investment. The ripple effects could lift millions out of poverty and expand the middle class. This single discovery could usher in a golden age of prosperity, redefining the nation's economic identity. The Luzon's Hope announcement landed in a tense Indo-Pacific, where long-standing rivalries and unresolved territorial disputes have already set the stage for heightened anxiety. The region, a vital artery for global trade and energy, has become a focal point for strategic competition among major powers. As the world watched, the Philippines' bold move to develop its offshore resources sent ripples through diplomatic circles, intensifying regional power plays and drawing sharp responses from neighboring countries. China quickly declared its own oil find and ramped up military activity near Philippine waters, signaling its ambitions. The Chinese government framed its actions as protecting national interests, but the timing and scale of their response left little doubt about their intent to assert dominance in the South China Sea. This escalation was not just about resources, it was about control, influence, and the projection of power. Chinese naval patrols and Coast Guard presence increased, creating a climate of intimidation. The sight of heavily armed vessels and coordinated maneuvers sent a clear message to Manila and the international community. China was prepared to defend its claims, regardless of diplomatic protests or international law. A close encounter between Chinese and Philippine ships highlighted the fragile security situation. The near collision, captured by satellite and news cameras, underscored just how quickly a standoff could spiral into open conflict. Each side accused the other of provocation, fueling nationalist sentiments at home and raising fears of miscalculation. These moves are seen as psychological warfare, aiming to limit Philippine ambitions in contested areas. By shadowing fishing boats and blocking access to key maritime zones, China sought to undermine Manila's resolve and test the limits of its patience, all while avoiding direct confrontation. Manila now faces a dual reality, celebrating economic opportunity while navigating a militarized maritime environment. The promise of energy independence and economic growth is tempered by the constant threat of escalation, forcing Filipino leaders to balance optimism with vigilance. The challenge is to develop Luzon's hope while strengthening defenses and alliances. The Philippines has responded by ramping up naval exercises, deepening security partnerships with allies, and investing in new defense infrastructure, all in an effort to deter aggression and safeguard its interests. The stakes are higher than ever, with every move scrutinized on the regional chessboard. Each decision, whether diplomatic or military, could tip the balance, shaping not just the future of Luzon's hope, but the entire Indo-Pacific order. The Philippines did not stand alone amid rising tensions. As the geopolitical climate grew more volatile, the nation found itself backed by powerful allies. The US and Japan reaffirmed their alliances, with Washington pledging military support and conducting joint naval drills near disputed waters. These exercises were not just routine, they were a strategic display of power and solidarity. These exercises sent a clear message of deterrence and unity. The sight of warships from multiple nations sailing in formation was a powerful symbol of collective security and mutual defense. American energy firms, leaders in deepwater drilling, expressed eagerness to partner with the Philippines. This collaboration was more than just business. It was a strategic alliance aimed at securing vital resources. This partnership aligns economic and security interests, accelerating resource development and strengthening the alliance. The handshake between representatives symbolized a commitment to mutual growth and protection. U.S. investment adds another layer of deterrence, as threats to Luzon's hope would also impact American interests. The presence of American security personnel underscored the seriousness of this commitment. The alliance is evolving into a comprehensive partnership for regional stability and prosperity. High-level summits and signing ceremonies highlighted the deepening ties and shared vision for the future. With this support, Manila can confidently pursue its development goals in a challenging geopolitical environment. The sight of construction cranes and bustling infrastructure projects is a testament to the nation's forward momentum. Despite the promise, legal hurdles remain. The Philippine Constitution limits foreign ownership in natural resources, deterring the massive investment needed for Luzon's hope. The field's ultra-deepwater location requires technology and expertise only global energy giants possess. Lawmakers are now debating reforms to attract foreign partners while safeguarding national interests. Transparent, competitive contracts and recent Supreme Court rulings are positive steps. Successfully navigating these hurdles is crucial to turning Luzon's hope into lasting prosperity. Luzon's hope recalibrates the Philippines' strategic position. No longer desperate for energy, Manila can negotiate from strength, especially on contested resources like the Reed Bank. The country can be patient, insisting on terms that respect its rights under international law. As a major energy producer, the Philippines' influence within ASEAN will grow, contributing to regional energy security. This new leverage allows Manila to focus on domestic strength and alliances, free from the pressure to compromise sovereignty. The nation is now an influential player, shaping its own destiny. Luzon's hope provides the strategic depth needed to advance Philippine interests with confidence. The future for the Philippines is dramatically altered. As Luzon's hope comes online, the country is set to become one of Asia's fastest-growing economies and a key energy exporter. This economic dynamism will translate into greater political and military strength, elevating the nation's global standing. Strategic alliances, especially with the U.S., will deepen, supporting military modernization and regional security. The 2025 oil discovery is more than an economic windfall, it's a catalyst for national rebirth. The Philippines is poised to rise as a stable, prosperous, and influential middle power, shaping the future of the Indo-Pacific.